Hello, 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 hello. So, I have been thinking about me. I'm always thinking about me. And like how people just. I am a lot of times, all the time, my authentic self. And while I navigate this authenticity, I'm eating seaweed. Spicy seaweed. While I navigate this authenticity, I tend to observe a lot, not say much. I'm gonna look this way. Not say much. I speak when I need to, but I still kind of like allow myself to be understanding. But just because I'm understanding of a situation, because I understand a lot, even when it's wrong, per se, or just nasty, whatever the case may be, I get it. But that doesn't mean that it's okay, right? Right. So I realized that I've been on that side, like straddling the fence of that for quite some time as I navigate this transition into who I authentically am, because I'm getting to know myself as well. And there's a lot of shit that I just don't deal with, don't tolerate, don't like. But I just rather choose to remove myself. But it has gotten to a point in my life where I just can't up and remove myself all the time. And I have to find new ways to navigate these situations. And due to that, that's getting back to what I was speaking about when it comes to a lot of people have not seen all sides of me. Quite naturally, because I just don't allow it. I just saw a dragonfly. I've actually been seeing them all day. And it's time for motherfuckers to see all sides. And when I say all sides, I'm not talking about me in my totality. Just authentically me. Meaning that when I need to step into the darkness to interact with you, I'm gonna do that, and you're gonna witness it, you're gonna feel it, and you're going to do what you may with it. It just is what it is. I'm tired. I'm tired. You know? Do you guys like seaweed? This is spicy, but I love spice, and it's not that spicy to me. It just has more flavor than just the ones with salt. And I also like the sound. Listen. It's very ASMR. That's actually a good idea. You might get that. ASMR eating seaweed. Look at this pretty color. This is butterfly pea and lime juice. You know, butterfly pea is a purple flower. It looks blue. It's more indigo. Yeah. It's very watered down because it's hot. Very hot. So yeah. So, you know, as per usual, I have um, I have typed in my notes, you know, my thoughts, and I'm gonna share it. I was thinking, like, you know, when you let things slide, so to speak, and it might not necessarily be letting things slide, it's just the fact that you choose silence over addressing something, and all to learn that you probably should have addressed it the first time it happened. Whatever the case may be. But again, I'm so, I have to change my language, but verbiage. I've been so accustomed to just removing myself. I'm a very solitude type of person, and like a lone wolf, and I don't mind. I actually get excited when it's time for me to remove myself. It's like, okay, I ain't never gotta think about interacting with these people or this person. That leaves me more time for myself to luxuriate and live like the goddess that I am. Like, I don't need foolishness in my life, period. So a lot of things I think back on, and I'm like, and these are like recent events, you know, it's not just things of the distant past. These are recent things, very, some of them are minute, but as things that can be minute, it turns into something that's so fucking big, that's macro. And now you gotta put hands on a motherfucker, so to speak. Not seriously, I mean, you may have to, but I'm just saying, giving that as an example. Now, I was thinking, I'm like, there's some things that I've let slide, so to speak, because I chose to just remove myself, all to find out that I still have to interact with this person or these persons. And yeah, I'm losing my track of thought. Bear with me, please. So when you let things slide, people think that they could ice skate, like it's Wallem Rink in New York City. I don't own an ice skating rink. Like, this is the conversation I was having with myself. I told y'all I'd be having full-blown conversations with myself. I don't own an ice skating rink. I own a temple. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. God, so good. So that was good. So I was like, no ma'am. No ma'am indeed. For every word of this. What I named excuse me, was sacred and self-honoring. It's the reclamation of your entire self, not just the graceful, deeply understanding you, but also the part that draws the line with clarity, power, and without apology. People have gotten used to your softness, your capacity to hold and make room, but what they haven't yet earned is access to the part of you that says, understanding is not permission. Grace is not the absence of consequences, and silence is not agreement. You're not being less kind, you're being more true. Understanding someone doesn't mean they're entitled to keep being in your space unchanged, and it definitely doesn't mean you have to contort yourself to be more palatable for the sake of peace that only benefits them. And no, it doesn't always require a speech. Sometimes it's a changed tone, a revoked access, a calm but firm, don't do that shit again, or a straight up shift in your energy that says, that's it, access denied, the gate is closed. You're not becoming harsh, you're becoming whole. You're letting people encounter the boundaried you, the seasoned you, the you who doesn't need to explain or console others when they crossed lines they should have known not to. My back hurts. Sorry. Let them adjust, let them wander, let them feel the shift, because you're not building an ice rink, you're building a temple. Baby, strike a pose. That's it. And temples have thresholds, not open doors. Not open floors. And if someone can't respect the entrance, they don't get to come in. Ooh. You hear the wind chimes. I think it's gonna rain again. It actually sounds very beautiful. I'm going to, one moment. I open the window so when the wind chimes blow, I'll move, we can hear them. It's very calming. Okay. It actually let more sun in, which is good. Okay. When I think about thresholds, I see them as sacred entry points, boundaries between what's inside and what's outside, what's sacred and what's common. A threshold isn't just a line on the ground, it's a rite of passage. It says, if you're going to come in here, you must come correct. Like, that's it. And I'm the one who decides who crosses that threshold into my space, my energy, my heart, my ideas, my softness, my wisdom. Some people want to be inside but don't want to arrive fully. They don't want to knock. They don't want to wipe their feet. They just want access. And I've realized access without reverence becomes entitlement. I deal with a lot of people like that. Entitlement, like, People have been attaching themselves to the easiest parts of me, the parts that let them stay small, unaccountable, endlessly comforted, constantly receiving, constantly pulling, excuse me, from a well that didn't help dig. They didn't help dig. They love the version of me that didn't push back, that gave light without charging, that made them feel whole while questioned while I questioned my own completeness. And I let it happen for a while, not because I didn't know better, but because I knew too much about why people are the way that they are. Knowing the gift of knowing with a clear cognizance is that blessing in disguise, blessing and a curse, not blessing, a blessing and a curse all at once, because there's some things you know, and it can kind of cloud your thought process. It can sometimes it can override things that shouldn't be overridden. But it takes practice. These are gifts, and you can't just you can, if you don't use the gift, it goes to waste, and I'm practicing. That's why, like, I'm changing so much. Like, this outer change did not happen overnight quite naturally. You guys have been watching for some time, not too long. I haven't been up here for too long, but you've been watching for some time, and I've changed a lot from breaking out, like just simple things like that, breaking out. But now my face is glowing more. It's not so dull. The changes started within, and the changes that started within, that was happening in the spiritual realm first. It was as above, so below. So it came down into the 3D, and changes started within me. And as I practiced and processed and accepted and alchemized all of these things, I've been able to express myself physically in this way and have revelations, magic in real time of how I should be showing up as my authentic self. I've never been this version of myself, and I'm in awe. I am enamored. I love this. I love you. I love her. Like, I am love, and I'm learning. And I'm in love with that process as well, which is why I'm able to show up the way that I'm able to show up, which is why I'm constantly going through upgrades and having mini and macro spiritual awakenings, because I'm putting the work in. I am putting the work in. If you know people that they claim that they're changing, but they still got the same motherfuckers around them, nothing, you don't see the changes. Maybe they're in the process, but 9 times out of 10, a lot of people, like, people talk a good game, but they not doing shit. They not doing anything. They learn the lingo because spirituality has become a fad. It has become like a character that people want to portray, and because a lot of people are portraying a lot of different type of characters. We're all characters, and you get to choose what kind of character you want to portray. Now, you can use that to your advantage, and you could play a spiritual person, but what are you going to do with the knowledge that you've acquired while playing that character? How are you going to implement that into the version of you, that the authentic version of you that truly exists, when your mask falls off? Because your mask is going to fall off. So you're going to meet somebody, or life is going to meet you, and that mask is going to drop. And how are you going to incorporate all that you've learned while you've portrayed all types of characters to embody your authenticity. I've done it. I'm living it. Anyway, okay. I let it happen for a while, not because I didn't know better, but because I knew too much about why people are the way that they are. I knew their pain, I understood their struggle, I empathized with their past, and so I let things slide that chipped away at my own wholeness, but no more. Because if someone cannot accept all of me, the joy and the fire, the love and the boundary, the softness and the sharpness, then they are not truly loving me. They're loving a version they curated for comfort, and I will no longer be anyone's cushion for cowardice. I am not difficult, I am complete. And from here forward, the only ones who get to cross my threshold are those who come with presence, accountability, and respect for the fullness of who I am. Not the ice rink version, the temple, the temple, the temple. Yes, 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 yes. So, I just wanted to share that while I ate my seaweed and drank my butterfly pea and lime drink. Yeah. I'm actually trying a few juices. I don't drink juice often, so when I do buy juice, I go a little crazy. Like I have this, today I bought apple and grape juice. Apple and grape juice. It tastes really good. And it's actually it only comes in a juice box form. I wish it came in like a big version, but it only comes in a juice box form. And so I be feeling like a little kid drinking it. And I drink it like in 4 sips. But it's so good. And you only get 3 in a pack. Anyway, I also they had Granny Smith and white grape juice. That was in a big version. And it said, excuse me. And it said it had apple pulp. I've had fresh pressed apple juice and it had a little bit of pulp in it, but I'm curious about this. And it's Granny Smith. Y'all, it's Granny Smith juice. So I've never had Granny Smith juice. I only had Granny Smith apples raw, whole, or in apple pie, which is, don't get me started. And we also got passion fruit, orange, which is like a Thai orange. It's so good. Pomegranate. Oh, the juice is good. There's a brand called Molly, and their juices are really good. I'm starting to remember when I went to Vietnam, their oranges are really good, and they have like vendors on the street that make orange juice. They squeeze the orange juice, they add a little bit of sugar, a little salt to enhance the sweetness. It is so good. And yes, fruits taste different when you are in different countries, even if it's neighboring countries. Like, it tastes so damn good. Even their coconut water, Vietnamese coconut water, is more full. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's really good. Really good. The coconut water here is different. Right? Yeah, anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna be drinking juice, but I have to eat fruit and drink more water because I get dehydrated pretty quickly from drinking juice or just not drinking water. And because of that, I like to start my day with coconut water and or watermelon, cucumber, because they have a lot of water. It's like H3O2. It's more water intake. And or cantaloupe. And cantaloupe is a fruit I've never eaten in the States because it didn't taste like anything. And if it did, I just didn't like it. I didn't even like the smell. But the cantaloupe here is so sweet and it's very enticing. And I can't not have it when I see it cut up. They sell it for 20 baht cut up. And it's usually like half of the fruit when they cut it up and put it in a bag. 20 baht. That's chump change in U.S. currency. So I take advantage of it, you know. It's the reason why I migrated, because I was able to do what's necessary without having to think about the horrors of whatever I'm eating and drinking, if it's going to do damage to me, because I'm supposed to be eating and drinking these things. But in the States, you don't know what you're getting. I mean, you never really know what you're getting anyway, but discernment is high and I don't have to wonder so much here. I could focus on what's needed to be focused on. Okay. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And deuces.